Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. As I said in the title, we have finished 2 endings. I am hoping to find some more tonight, and then maybe 1 or 2 more on a Friday, and then I will finish up. I've had fun with this game, but I think I'm kind of done with it. So. What were we doing? Because we don't have a help Bliss compete or improve the overlook. Yeah, improve the overlook. Sure. Do I have? Can I help Bliss today? Or is Bliss still waiting on a shipment? She's still waiting another 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. All right. So for the next 3 days, I guess, we are working in a bar. Get your tightest shirts on, lads. We need to impress. Build the stall. I'm finally a certified Russian detective. Stupid village in fog. You finally found the last few pieces. Congratulations. Hey! 6 and a 5. Brilliant. 6 should be enough, right? Really? Okay. So what was, out of curiosity, what was it that you were missing in the village in the fog? Like, you didn't talk to enough people or something, or you missed, it was someone, what was it? It was someone you didn't talk to, or some, that game didn't really have many side quests, so it must have been someone you didn't talk to, right? Right, Tala. Tala stands back from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Look at this! He grins. The overlooked distillery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you. So what do we do now? Ah, you see that? That is an issue. You please don't tell me you had me build a still and you don't have any ingredients to go in said still. Well, Gerole. The drink is, as you probably guessed, is named after Gerole, the mushroom. That's what gives it that golden color and the earthy taste. The alcohol is infused with the mushrooms along with a mix of spices. That means you need Gerole to make Gerole. But no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the Greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across the Founder's Gap. However, and bear with me, I have an idea. He smiles. We can grow our own Gerole caps here. She gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back room. Can you... I can bring you mushrooms. Tala gives you a pitying look. Where's your vision? Any outside supplier means they take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone, somewhere, takes a cut. Tala puts a hand on the still. We made a still. We set all this up. I made a still, Tala. I made a still. I made a still, Tala. You gave me a wrench every once in a while. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. He pauses. Or, well, I mean, at least we could if we had something to grow them from. You mean like spores? Yeah, like spores. Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap. And you are the perfect person to get those spores. She nods rapidly. You built the still, you're great with plants, you know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Oh, don't be so modest. He pats your shoulder. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts. He grimaces. I'm saying it has to be you. I'll think about it. Ah, no problem. Just maybe think about it on your way across, you know, the Founder's Gap. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look at the still and the fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. Alright, I'm making a speakeasy, let's go. I think I missed talking to the herbalist in the village after I found the goods Marfa stole and hid in the forest. She tore her dress and the herbalist was able to recognize it as coming from Marfa's dress. I burned this. What the fuck, Jacob? Also, assuming that in-game Vasilisa can confront the shepherd about being the Leshy, and he will reveal himself or run away, and you can still accuse the hunter of being the Leshy at the meeting afterwards. Like, also canonically, like, Vasilisa is fucking insane. So, you know. Bring Tala spores. How many spores? 1 spores. Here's 1 spores. She wants to set up a mushroom farm to feed the distillery. All she needs from you are some spores. Here's some oh no, she wants 3 spores, not 1 spores. Fair enough. Mia is still here, you just didn't recognize her because she's pretending to be Bubbles. Ooh. Ooh, good crit from Jacob. Ooh, and another crit back from Mia. Ooh, you hate to see them miss. How do you miss a whale? Oh, we're in the missing section of the fight where everyone just misses their hits. Oh, Jacob, you shot your shot and you missed. You don't go up against an evolution and come out the other side smelling the roses like. Canonically, Vasilisa beat the shit out of Satan and took his place. So you watched her murder. Yeah, but she took over like Russian hell. Like, what the fuck do I care about Russian hell? I'm going to atheist hell. Alright, let's cross the greenway, see how me spores are doing. How are me spores doing? It is. Okay. Well, those are the spores I've already planted. So, what are these? Garole, Matsutake. So I'll need to come back here and do this tomorrow before. I might as well sleep here. I might as well also take a pill. Because I am not in good shape. Russian hell does have a banya. Russian hell is a banya. It's just a banya. It's not even like in another plane of existence. It's just somewhere in Russia on a crossroad, and if you go into it, you can never leave. All right, let's get more spores. spores, please. Oh wait. Let's not risk it. Alright. That's all the spores we need. I think the hell that punishes people for picking berries on Sundays is prayer, has prayer claim on you. That is in Russia. And that is in Russia. Right. I don't know, my dude. Atheist hell has had me since I was like 7. And now how long do I have to wait? First batch. She's locked herself away in the back room, and while she focuses on distilling, she won't let anyone in or out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Great. Let's go scrap hunting, shall we? Yeah, scrap hunting sounds like a great idea. 7 layers of hell are just different hells for picking berries on different days of the week. Yeah. Ugh. Not worth it. See if we can get anything better. Hey, better! British don't even have to leave their country. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll do some hacking, I guess. Or I suppose I could get more spores. I could, like, I'll load up on spores. Let's load up on spores. Sure, why not? Bliss won't be ready to hang out with me until, like, tomorrow, right? You're wrong, Mia. British Hell is a one-way ticket out of Grimsby, but all the trains stopped running like 2 hours ago. British Hell is for people who fuck up making a cup of tea. For instance, tea bag, then milk, then hot water. You're a monster, Jacob. You put in the milk before the water? You're a monster. You're a monster. I went to the wrong area. I don't. I'm saying that deserves hell. Oh yeah, 100%, yeah. Clearly it goes hot water, tea bag, then milk. After the tea bag has been pulled out. We're not getting Yannigan agents. We are getting some Haven Age data. Let's go. You put milk in tea? You fear the taste of tea? I genuinely, I'm indifferent to tea. I've kind of, I'll drink it. It's fine. But I have a terrible habit of leaving whatever drink I am drinking sit there for fucking hours at a time, and thus any hot drinks just don't work well with me. I drink almost exclusively water and beer. It's only for builder's tea. It masks the taste of lead and limescale in the water pipes. Emphas. Wait a minute. Also, I think, yeah. Just gonna buy a bunch of scrap, because why not? Look at all the money I have. Damn it, motherfucker, stop giving me damn ship mines. I want fucking scrap, you pe- I'd like to make a ship mine, please. Has anyone met one of the lunatics that claim you can burn instant coffee? I think I lived with someone who did that. Then again, this is like, that was also like a person who I think they burnt toast once. And I don't mean like, oh, they left the toast in for too long. I mean like, I think they watched a YouTube video of like how to make like cheese, like grilled cheese or whatever. And they didn't fully understand what they watched. So they just like put bread with some like cheese shreddings in the oven. And then forgot about it. And then when I encountered it, the entire oven was like covered in burnt cheese. We can get our deposit back for that plus. Put the milk in first and then slowly add the boiling water to the milky coffee mixture as they claim to do otherwise would scald the instant coffee. It's instant coffee. You could leave it out in a nuclear winter for like you could nuke fucking instant coffee and it would be still the same. Right, you. I want to sell you a ship mind. $150. I feel I can get more than 150 for this, but okay. No, I used to drink coffee a lot. I used to drink coffee a lot until I realized it didn't actually do anything to me, and I was just doing it because that's what all of my colleagues were doing. I don't know about the rest of you. Coffee doesn't work on me the way it's supposed to work on the human body. Like, it's supposed to be like, oh, you drink the coffee and it like wakes you up. It doesn't do that to me. It's never done that to me. You give me the strongest coffee in the world, I will chug it back and I will go back to sleep. And again, my sleep schedules are weird. Like to be fair, like if I didn't take tablets, my sleep schedule would probably be as bad as Jacob's, so. God damn it, Bliss, fucking quicker. Jesus. The only energy drink that has ever given me a buzz is a Jaeger bomb. A Jaeger bomb is not an energy drink. Don't lie, Mia. You haven't had a Jaeger bomb that wasn't bad. No one's had a Jaeger bomb that wasn't bad. Right. I guess I just have to do this now. I don't remember what these dudes' voices were, but I remember I didn't like them, whatever I picked. Well, I couldn't tell you if the Jaeger bomb was bad because you drink it so quickly you don't have time to tell. The aftertaste. Any Jaeger bomb I've ever had has had a horrible aftertaste. I raised my stepdad home. That was the worst thing that happened. Yeah, I know. I don't want to do them, but I have literally nothing else to do. I'm just waiting on fucking... I'm just waiting on... I have nothing else to do. I'm just waiting on things to go. I'm just waiting on, like... timers to finish. I guess I'll hunt for scrap. Sure, fuck it, why not? So that's 10 scrap. That's a good amount of scrap. Hopefully I get some of the mushrooms from this batch that allow me to turn them into stabilizer, because that would be nice. Probably should have done work somewhere that would have fed me. Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of didn't plan on doing it. I like that the werewolves in Valheim are honor bound to howl when they see you, so you have plenty of time to kill them before they finish. Fun fact about I don't know why I don't know why you saying honor bound reminded me of this, but as I was planning to go to bed last night, there is a song called Homeward Bound by a random NPC in The Witcher 3. The NPC I think is called Octo something. He's like a kind of a Viking-ish stereotype character, right? And you find him dying in a ship, and he sings this beautiful dirge about like it's only like 45 seconds long. It's of him like he knows he's dying and he's willing his spirit home to his family. And I remembered that song as I laid my head on the pillow, and I started trying to recite it to myself in my head, and I realized I couldn't. So I was like, oh, I'll look it up on my phone, and couldn't remember what the name of the song was. So I spent 20 minutes on my phone. Eventually woke up my wife, which was the literal kick in the arse I needed to get out of bed, go downstairs to my office, get on my computer and look it up. And I spent another hour trying to find what the name of this fucking song was. Eventually found it and then listened to it on repeat for another 20 to 30 minutes so I could memorize it, and then went back to bed. I got to bed at, I'd say, about 3:30, and then I got up at 7:30 because of a fucking song. He is Octo, and when you walk the path to his home, you're gonna become the Octopath Traveler. Yeah. It's actually a really, can I, do I have it? I have it linked. I have it linked. Here, for anyone who is interested. It's a really nice song. And I first heard that song back in 2000 and... I want to say... When did The Wild Hunt come out? 2016? 2015? 2016? Point being is that's when I first heard it, and I loved it when it came out. And then I forgot about it until last night. You have no idea how much The Witcher, the show on Netflix, has made searching for anything belonging, any kind of musical material belonging to The Witcher, the Wild Hunt. Like, how fucking difficult it has made it. Right. That was my rant about The Witcher. I liked the first season. The second season got worse the more it went on, and the third season apparently Geralt dies in it or something. So I'm not gonna watch the third season. Also, all of the stuff that I've heard about it from like people involved and how they like fucked over Henry Cavill and stuff. Yeah, not a fan. Also, that like supplementary fucking series, the Blood Origin or whatever they did with like and the lady from Everything Everywhere All at Once, can't remember her name. Something with M. Who's the main character of Everything Everywhere All at Once? I know she got married recently. Apparently she'd been engaged for like 30 years or something. I can't remember what her name is. But I think she was in it. Michelle Yeoh or something? Is that her name? I can't remember. Sleeper. Morris is leaning against the corridor wall. It's time. He looks away. Big job just came in. Grand finale. You up for it? I'm ready. All right then. Cool. We're in business. He pushes away from the wall. This has to work, Sleeper. Has to. He looks down. If it doesn't, are we in trouble? The Bay, you mean? We were already in trouble before you got here. The work so far hasn't been enough. Look, Bliss has had a rough time, but I thought you of all people would understand that. He runs a hand through his hair. What hair? What hair? You don't have any hair. Sorry, I didn't mean to be... He smiles. This is a good one. Give me a chance. I owe her. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do, but... We need someone. Bliss needs someone. I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out of control. He scratches the side of his head. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head. And I'd hate not to pay back my debts. Morris stretches. I gotta get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there. Alright, I'll be right with you, Morris. I am currently starving to death, so I need to, like, fix that real quick, because I forgot to eat before sleep last night. Stop being bold phobic. No. I refuse. part of my culture. I think my mushrooms come in today as well. Do they? Do my mushrooms come in today? They do. Oh, wait. Actually, no. Yeah, this is fine. What'd I get? Corolla, I think. Alright, we're gonna go up and use the 2.6s on... we're gonna go up, use the 2.6s on the ship. Then come back down to harvest more mushrooms. What the Christ is that thing? Oh, I'm not helping Count Dooku. I'm not helping Count Dooku. No, I refuse. I will work with the communists, and I will work with anyone else you want me to. I will not help Count Dooku. No. No, I draw the line here, Bliss. No further. Patch the solar sails. An exhausting task. Patching solar sails means maintaining a laser focus for long periods of time. The time is something you don't have. Untangle the sails. The spurs need resetting and the system rebooting. But if you are careful, you can safely untangle some of the sail you need while you do this. Solar window. The elected launch window for the Starward Vector's maiden voyage is closing. This is going to be a tight one. Rigged and ready. The Stalwart Vector's experimental sail deployment failed horribly. Now its massive solar sails need to be repaired. I never understood why the Jedi never tried to sue Dooku. Because he was in like open rebellion? I'm pretty sure he was like outside their legal system. Okay, so this. Ooh, that's not great. I should do this one. This one's better. Why would I do this one? This one's better. And I got some money, I think. I don't wanna risk possibly losing the rigged and ready. So we're gonna leave and help continue to build Dooku's ship tomorrow. And I don't know, I guess I'll like tell the Jedi where he is, maybe. Hey, the club head caps. Brilliant. You need 2 of them. Of course you need 2 of them. Of course you need 2 of them. Wait, no, I should just sleep in the commune. Oh, I'm so hungry. Damn it. Ugh, fine. Wish you could just plant tree at a time. Alright. I'll be ready in a few days. Back we go, working for the Sith. Yeah, no, I should reroll these, shouldn't I? Have you ever gone down a rabbit hole of watching cooking YouTube videos and thought you're about getting a tandoori oven installed in your home? I can't say I have, Jacob. I can't say I have. I mostly watch new. I'm old and boring, so I mostly watch news and video essays, and occasionally a channel called Fascinating Horror, which brings out like disaster videos every Tuesday. Last week it did it about the Stardust fire in Dublin back in the 80s. My uncle died in that fire. It's a great time watching that. Reroll. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go for this and hope and pray. Okay, not great. I am an age day walker, so I watch news, video essays, cooking videos, and Zoomer gaming content. Yeah, Jacob has the right answer there. None. Just mod the game to death. That's your best bet. Nope. I guess we're going after Haven Age agents today? Or yet again agents? Oh yeah, stop buying things on a PS4, save up for a gaming PC like a grown-up. Yeah, you're coming up on 18 now, Mia. You like this is the time when you're supposed to get your first PC, and it's supposed to be terrible, and then you learn from your failures and like build a better one in like 5 to 6 years, like me. You. Oh, the correctness is confusing. Fucking lib. 'Cause I am a tech illiterate idiot, Mia, and I built two separate PCs. The internet has evolved to a point that you don't need to know what you're doing. There are step-by-step tutorials on what to buy for what you were looking for and how to assemble it. I mean, granted, yes, I have built two PCs, but if you could not pay me all the money in the world to build another one, because Jesus Christ, it gives me the most anxiety you could ever imagine. But I have the money to pay people to do that for me. You don't. So for you, it's a learning experience. Ugh. That 4 is not great. That 4 is not great. Hey, that's more like it. Yes. Well, like yes and no. Like I would shift from the person who builds my equipment to you if you had a company where I could pay you. But at the same time, you're also like in the Brexit black hole. So like getting anything to you and back from you would take like as long as it would take me to just build it myself. So you could always start to like a domestic industry, I guess. Or move out of the Plague Island. I would charge you more than the cost. Ferry ticket. Hey, did it. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinding at each... Freudian slip. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible! He punches you in the arm. I never thought we were going to make it! Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Morris gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Morris has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss. He shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Oh, way. Thank you, Morris. She winks. For believing in us. Morris rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. God. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you, then Bliss heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods to the ragged-looking console that Morris assembled. I don't want to jinx it. She smiles, but you can see she is genuinely nervous. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display, but after a moment, you see the accounts. And there it is. almost 1,000 cryo sat in the base transfer account. Well, Bliss calls. Have we been screwed again? We did it. We did it! Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Morris by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something. Glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Morris even managed to sell that produce. We made a tidy profit eventually. She laughs. Here. He loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of cryo to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you. You know, for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles. Even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push, but now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in. There are funds in the accounts. Even Morris has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you. He punches you in the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know when he came here looking to rob the place, right? I gave him a job instead. Now you don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Morris turns to look at you and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. So what now? From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts. Stuff that'll keep us inside the bay and not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine. But there will always be work for you here when you need it. I appreciate it. He smiles, and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. You turn to leave. And sleeper? Yeah? She smiles. Don't spend it all in one place, huh? Nice. I'm glad I helped her. Ooh. Missed an entire conversation. Oh, it's me and looking to about PC prices. Okay. One last job. Morris has heard that Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? I could do component repair. The bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts. Morris is happy to offload some of the work to you. Oof. Nah, it's not worth it. Oh no, this was the wrong... Wait, did I... Yeah, no, this was the wrong way. I wanted to go eat something. Nope, don't go to sleep. Need to eat. And then we need to hack someone. Not yet again. Haven Age. And then sell it to yet again. Right. Pretty ways. Might as well feed the cat, I suppose. If you break crackers and put them out, the stray will always come. That doesn't mean they like you, though. They're a cat, after all. The stray crunches up the crackers as you watch. Sometimes they'll let you stroke them. Sometimes not. Oh, that is not good. That is not a good selection of dice. Okay, so there's one more job coming in from for Bliss in how many days? Oh, five days. Yeah, 5 days. So in that time, I guess we will go to see. The mushrooms are coming along. Actually, has it been? How many days has it been since I helped with the Overlook? Oh, cool! That'll be done tomorrow. Brilliant. I thought that was Twitter. Oof, that's not good. I am just silly with scrap these days. Ah, you can't make me starve anymore. I'm already starving. All you can do is fuck up my condition. Oh. Can I pay someone here to feed me? I can barter for food. Wow, that's not a lot of food. Come on. Energy, energy, energy. Come on. Yeah! Neutral outcome. Let's go. He's a scrap. He's a scrap man. I don't see, anytime Mia says she picks up on a reference, I don't believe her. I never believe her. Every time I get the impression she's doing it to try and sound cool and older than she is. No. Also, Mia isn't a woman. Mia is a teenager. Mia is barely a person. Teenagers, we've talked about this. Teenagers are not people. Overlook. Tala comes to you one shift when the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready. She is grinning ear to ear. You mean the garole? Obviously. She grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything else and drags you into the back room. The smell hits you immediately when you enter, a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, the newly installed lights making the place look clean, whether it is or not. Tala has already pulled up a couple of stools around a metal crate, where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale girole inside sit waiting. She smiles. I haven't even tried it yet. You can see she is nervous. You both sit on the makeshift table, the slight staggered strangeness of the situation making you both jumpy. Tala hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly, and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp, nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you would like to activate safe mode. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthy tones of the mushrooms, the wood and the soil, left behind like sediment, barely there. That is strong! That's strong! Tala nods vigorously. Well, yeah, that was heavy. Yeah. I think it might need diluting a bit. As promised, though. Tala swills the garole in her glass. That might work. Open it up a bit. Tala grabs a metal bottle from the newly installed work surface and adds a few drops of water into the garole. Try again. This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off, and the woodiness less heavy. You taste something floral among the marshy decay, something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. Both you and Tala meet eyes. It's really good, right? It's better. It's definitely better. She nods and takes another sip. Damn good. Tala pours out some more garole and then adds some more water. The action's already taking on the quality of a ritual. You both drink. Tala tucks her feet up behind her on the stool, holding her legs. She looks down into her glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully. Jesus Christ, tripping over my own tongue. What's on your mind? Tala looks up at nothing in particular. My father opened this place, you know, she says out of nowhere, a thought suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, for my family, when we got to the eye. You were refugees? From Sinza, one of the Ember's lesser moons. She takes a drink. I don't remember much. It was only tiny when we came. I was just thinking about something my father told me. When he set up this place, he wanted to call it the Bantayan. But he was afraid it'd scare off the customers, so he translated it. Hence the Overlook. These past few cycles, I've been in here, I've been thinking that I should rename the place. She looks at you. The Bantayan. What do you think? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I love it. Yeah, me too. Paula picks up her glass. That settles it then. To the Bantayan! You both clink your glasses and drink up. Paula hisses through her teeth. Still harsh. She laughs and then suddenly grabs your shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I totally forgot! She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to a corner of the room covered with a plastic sheet and whips it off, like a magician performing a trick. Beneath it is a neat little kitchen. A sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob. Your kitchen! She doesn't give you time to respond. You can make stuff here anytime as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need those. Get all it! I was thinking too, if things pick up we can start serving food at the I mean, the Bantayan. She laughs. Do you like it? It's perfect. Tala gives you a hug and then quickly stands back. I'm sorry. I'm so glad you're here. Me too. As Tala tidies away the glasses, you inspect the kitchen, checking that it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tala comes back through the bar, and you share a glass of the good, Gerole, the one she didn't distill. And this time, you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the Eye, which after everything that has happened, feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time for you to leave, you promise to cook for Tala and agree to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycle, and then slip out into the cool of the rotunda. And in this moment, you feel for once at home. Do I literally have nothing to do but the DLC? Help the friend distill her future. That achievement was called Free Spirit. Beautiful. I'm not that much younger than Jacob. I'm pretty sure you're like 10 years younger than Jacob. I'm pretty sure you're like close to 10 years younger than Jacob. Oh yeah, I still have Bliss stuff to do in like a day or two, yeah. You should set your sub alert to a clip of you saying, "Get Ole!" That would actually be a good idea. Unfortunately, I'm not that, like, technologically adept, so I wouldn't fully know how to do it. But if you make me a PowerPoint presentation, I'll look into it. Mia, Mia, you're like 16 going on 17. Jacob is in his mid-20s, and he's not on the good side of his mid-20s. Oh, cool, I can cook Matsutake caps. Matsutake require a softer touch. You've learned to thinly slice and lightly fry them to keep their flavor. Or I can grill Gerole caps. You haven't exactly mastered the art of cooking mushrooms, but a couple of handfuls of fried Geroles always beat expired rations. So I can feed myself now? Nice. Alright. I have... Oh, I have 3. Okay. Oh, I could get +2 on engage. Wouldn't really make sense with the character I'm playing. But who cares? Honestly, at this point. I'm not a person that's defined by my skill points anymore, really. Wait, no, it's endure that lets me do... It's in this is endure, right? Yeah. Who's getting engaged? What's happening? Oh, engage, right. Yeah, sorry, I missed the joke. I guess I'll get this and then upgrade my endure to 2. Right, let's go hunting for scrap then. I might not get the rest of the week out of this, and tonight might be a short stream. Jesus. Nice! 2 6s, my dude. There's not going to be any scrap left in this wasteland when I'm done with it. Alright, so we'll sleep here tonight. And then... Ah, shit, I should have used scrap. Yep, no bother. Alright. Coming in 3, 2, 1. Get ole! Okay, so my mushrooms are done. Nice. Now I can make, I have the clubhead mushrooms, so I can make myself some stabilizer. Stabilizer that I don't really need, but whatever. I can make it, that's the main thing. Nice! 2 6s and a 1. Fairly fucking strong, boy. Make me some stabilizer, please. Thank you. And then I need to go check on how long it is until Bliss is gonna have another chip in. I think it's like, I don't think it's too long. Also, just as a heads up, if we do end up finishing this tonight, finishing it as much as I'm willing to, like, I might, in my own, like, I might, like, if I have some free time, do a stream on the Discord of me doing the DLC, but I'm not going to do it on here. So yeah, we have another 3 days until Bliss is ready. But yeah, if we do finish this tonight, I cannot promise a stream on Friday because there are still some problems with the emulator for my next game, and I have not fixed them yet because I haven't had the time. Let's grill some... Actually, I was gonna say let's grill some matsutake, but... I can sell matsutake. Like 80 cryo. Look at all of the money that I have that I'll never use. A difficulty spike? It's a choose your own adventure game. How does one of those have a difficulty spike? It's difficult in its moral in its moral complexity. And as we know from me playing this game, I'm not great at dealing with the moral complexity if it's too intense for me. Cool, I don't even need to pay Emphas anymore. I can just like feed myself on mushrooms for eternity. Too much reading for my liking. My attention span is... Your attention span is that of a zoomer, which is like about 15 to 20 seconds. If most studies that I've read are anything to go by. Holy shit, that's a good hand. Look at that hand. That is a good hand. We're gonna make a lot out of scrap today, lads. And there's no other stories to start. I think I've done... Have I done like all the main stories? Jacob, am I right then in assuming, like, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. But we were talking about Ankita yesterday. Is she in the DLC, or is that gonna... I am assuming, if it's not the DLC, then I'm assuming she's the last ship that shows up for Bliss, maybe? But like, characters don't really intersect like that in this game. Need to get more spores. Unless I'm forgetting. You'll see her with Bliss. Okay. Interesting. What did you do last night, Zeke? Oh, not much. I just endured the waste. Getting all of the scrap you could imagine. It's like, why? Because I could. Because I could. And go cook some, time to go cook some girole mushrooms. Get me some energy back. Ooh, tree energy. Sweet. I do kind of feel sorry for Emphas, but Emphas has nothing more to give me, and thus I have no more money to give him. Also, it's not so much that Emphas supports the Russian invasion of Ukraine, but he doesn't denounce it either. So, you know, it's awkward to chat with him these days. Oops. And this. Not terrible. Oops, damn it. Right, one Garole cap. Not great, not terrible. Go hack someone and we'll go to sleep. I like that there's always someone to hack. One of the good things about there being two different types of people you can hack. If you can't hack one, you'll probably be able to hack the other. Hack. Wait, like heavy air quotes. And you're sold out, right? Yeah. You're gonna have to install slabs to learn how to do this shit, aren't you? Wait, how do you stream? Wait, are you just streaming with like standard OBS? I tried using OBS when I started streaming and it was too complicated for me. It wasn't too complicated, it was just I didn't know how to like add things that I wanted to add. The interface wasn't as friendly and dumb as Slabs is. I use normal OBS because I don't like this, that Slabs took a freeware product and tried to sell it for money whilst using the good name of a freeware product as a springboard. That's fair. I figured that might be the case. Hey, Morris! Sleeper, like, long time. Morris is smiling at you when you leave, clearly happy to see you again. Morris! Good to see you, how are you getting on? Same. Yeah, same. He rubs his hands on his jacket. How how have you been? Really well. Good, cool. He looks you up and down. I knew you'd make it work. You're a smart one. He glances around. Hey, look, I'm not down here to chat though. I know Bliss said she didn't want to take any more big jobs, but she's changed her mind or something. He grins because now we have someone looking for a refit of their ship in our bay. You wouldn't believe it. They want the entire ship disarmed. Oh! Would you look at that, Jacob? Someone's having a change of heart and growing as a person, maybe. Cutting out defense arrays, weapon lockers, ship-to-ship countermeasures, the whole lot. He leans in. We'll be able to start an arms dealership with all the hardware we'll have up there when we're done. Anyway, it's a massive job. We need some hands. Let's say to go get you. So come on. Bliss is waiting for you to accept the job. He pauses. It'll be good to have you up there again. Like old times. I'm sure that's a great measure of comfort for the people we helped bury. No one's perfect, Jacob. No one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Hopefully I can reconcile with Ankita after this. When you enter the bay, it is weirdly quiet. Morris must be on some errand, and maybe Bliss is prepping the kit. When you enter the bay, or, well, I'm reading the first bit again. Sleeper. Ankita is drifting at one side of the bay. You missed her completely when you came in. The idea of not seeing Ankita when you entered a room would have seemed unlikely to you several cycles ago. But seeing her without her armor, she seems smaller. Less imposing. What are you doing here? Ugh, all of these are so standoffish. Ankita. She nods and kicks off the wall, drifting closer. Jesus Christ, Ankita, fucking hell. So what is this? She asks. Going to avenge Ashton or his sleeper? Or just looking for another payout? Should have dropped the chits! No, I should have dropped the chits! Her anger is familiar, but quieter than before. Restrained. I don't want your dirty money. I don't want to fight. Why are you here? She looks away, and you can tell her anger isn't directed at you in particular. It radiates off of her like a fire. You better be ready to sign, comes a shout from the bay entrance. Because I've got my best repair tech coming up here especially, and they're going to... Bliss slides in and suddenly stops herself when she sees you and Ankita standing off. Oh, Sleeper! You are already here. Miss Cassetta, this is the tech I was telling you about. The best on the... She stops, looking between the two of you. Wait. Do you two know each other? You and Ankita look at each other. We work together. Bliss squints at you both before continuing. Bliss produces a slate. Now, Miss Cassetta, you'd like to sign our damage waiver? Yeah, we can start on the decommissioning. She looks at you. My tech here is eager to get started, as am I. Ankita scrawls her signature across the slate. Thank you. Bliss pauses. And everything is okay with the special payment terms we discussed? She gives Ankita a strange smile. Yeah, all fine, says Ankita, giving you another hard look. Then she kicks off and drifts to the entrance. I'll be in the gimbal, he says, and leaves. Special payment? She looks over her glasses at you. Look, Sleeper, there's something I haven't told you. She glances around again. What is she so nervous about? This isn't exactly a typical job. Miss Cassetta, I mean Ankita. She gives you a knowing look. Doesn't have the chits to pay us, so I've made a special arrangement. She sighs. I'm leaving. Leaving? Keep it down, would you? I haven't told Morris yet. She looks down. Just waiting to break it to him. Don't you tell him either. She stares hard at you. I'll tell him when I'm ready. I don't want him to be getting worried about Ankita's history. He can be very protective. You should tell him. Look, all I care is that she's heading for the starboard belt. She looks out at the bay. That's what I'm at. She turns back to you. Also, wanted to ask if he stops, unsure. If you'd like to come with us. I would. Yes. She interrupts you before you answer. I know things have been odd for you out on the eye. You helped me so much. I asked Ankita if she'd carry the two of us and she said yes. Morris will take over the bay anyway. Although if you stay, you're welcome to help him run it. I just thought you might be in need of a fresh start, as much as I am. She turns away nervously. Look, think about it anyway. The berth is here. We've got to finish the job first anyway. And with that, she kicks away and heads to the racks, before you can offer an answer. Moments later, Morris enters with a new cutting torch for disarming the ambergris. The starboard belt. You push your thoughts to the back of your mind. Time to get to work. So, I guess this is the exit we're taking. Yes, Mia. I'm incredibly tired, like always. Okay. Ankita wants it all out. Weapons, countermeasures, torpedoes. Be a risky job if you didn't know Amber so well. Once the job is ready, you better be ready to make a fast decision. Stay with Morris or go with Ankita and Bliss. I've made my decision. Which means tonight's stream is probably going to be kind of short. But I like this decision. I like the idea of like going out into the universe as part of a... Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Yes, please do, Jacob. But yeah, I like the idea of like the end of my story being me going out to start a fucking RPG camp, like a Stars Without Number campaign with a murderer who I have a complicated relationship with, and an eccentric engineer slash entrepreneur who has bad luck in business. Well, I'm not going to get worse than a 1. There you go. Working on Ember again is a joy. You know every inch of this hull. After all, you fitted half of it. Damn right I did. She's a good ship, too. Yeah, post it in chat when I'm ready, please. So then, like, everyone else can watch along. Or, well, I suppose they'll be watching along anyway, because it'll be on the fucking screen. Amber looks better than she ever has before. Bliss has done an incredible job of cleaning up the hull, and despite the exterior changes being limited, she has the impression of being lighter, somehow sleeker than before. Morris drifts by. He has been loading up the final equipment onto Amber. It turns out Ankita will be taking her weapons, but packed and ready to sell at the first starboard belt port she hits. But now that Morris is done, he seems in a kind of daze, floating back and forth, aimlessly. Are you alright, kid? What? Oh, right. Yeah, packed and stacked. He smiles a weak smile. Was hoping Miss Cassetta would let me keep a warhead. What do you think of her? Miss Cassetta? He shrugs. She seems tired. And old. Like, older than she looks. Hey, Sleeper. He looks down. Did you know Bliss Was leaving? You understand now. She finally told him. That's why he's like this. I did, yeah. He nods distractedly. She said this place is... It's mine. He looks up, around the bay like it is suddenly some vast space he doesn't know what to do with. This is Kirat's origin story. This is how he becomes a half cybernetically enhanced this is how he becomes a half cybernetically enhanced shipbreaker who like has robo cats on his arms and on his shoulders and stuff, and takes in sleepers occasionally. This is the beginning of Kirat's origin story right here. He tried to rob a ship bay, and then he got a job in said ship bay, and now he's taking over said ship bay. And then in the space of the next 10 years, he's going to age like 50 years, get cybernetic eyes, a bunch of robo kitties, and he's just gonna get way too into shipbreaking. Like, way too into shipbreaking. You're gonna do a great job. He looks down at you. Hey, thanks. I appreciate you saying that. Not many people believed in me before now. It's first Bliss and then you. A dark look suddenly crosses his face. Hey, Sleeper. There was something Bliss said. He meets your eye. Are you going too? Before you can answer, Ankita glides into the bay, a massive crate on her shoulder. Bliss. Shit, sorry. Sleeper. You coming or what? Bliss is already on board. She stops by the terminal, holding herself in place. Morris looks at her with a dazed expression. You look at Ankita. She's keeping it together now. She's packed all those bad feelings down someplace where you'll never see them, and built a tough foundation on top of it. She may not be a mercenary anymore, but you imagine most people would think twice before trying to cross her. Well, she looks at you. I'm not eager to spend another moment of my time in this station unless I have to. She pauses, looking between you and Morris, and sighs. Look, I'll give you a minute, alright? She kicks off the crate, taking it to the end of the bay, where the amber sits docked. You look back at Morris. I'm going. Morris looks like he might pass out. I get it. He steels himself. It's the right decision. Thank you. Hey. Thank you for working with me these last few cycles. He smiles a shaky smile. I learned a lot. Morris is a good boy. Morris is a very good boy. I don't know why there's a picture of Ankita up, even though Morris is talking, but whatever. Hey, look. He moves a little closer. You've got to find what you need. I did. Bliss, this place, you. Just everything I needed. He sniffs. I was in a bad place, and this pulled me out of it. He looks away. You go find it. Ankita comes back across the bay, the final crate stowed. You coming then, Sleeper? I'm coming. She nods. Well, okay then. Come on over with your things and I'll get you settled. She pauses. Sure, Amber will be happy to have you. You both glide away from Morris, his eyes wet, but a smile on his face. He waves as you go, dwarfed by the vast bay, and you hope he will make it. Even though you know, somehow, that he will. Ankita helps you through the lock, onto the amber, and the sense of familiarity is overwhelming. You know about all the time you've spent working in these corridors, listening to these sounds, diagnosing those hisses. Ankita gives you a moment before she speaks. Look, Sleeper, I'm not going to go back over everything that's happened. She sighs. I'm trying to put that behind me. She stops, unsure how to proceed. I need to learn to trust you again. It's okay, the past is done. She nods. Thank you. I don't know if we can begin again, but we can move on. She sounds pained, tired. As you move down the corridor towards the berths, she tries again. I don't think it was that I thought the wrong things about who or what you are. I think I just didn't think of you. I mean, I didn't think about how things might affect you. And I realized I've been like that for a very long time. Focused and stubborn, willing to get the job done at any cost. She pauses. This is hard for her, but you don't want to interrupt. Well, I'm sick of paying the cost. I'm sick of being used as an extension of something bigger, something crueler than me. And having that cruelty, that violence flow through me, I just want to be more me for a while. She looks down, or at least figure out who that is. She takes a deep breath. So what I'm saying is that you can get off at the first port we hit in the belt. I will not blame you. It's a smart move. She pauses. Or you can stick around and we'll see if we can find a way to make space for all of us. She looks away, her energy exhausted. Thank you. She nods. Nothing else. This is you? She turns you to a small room with a bunk and a porthole to the flickering lights outside. The outside wall is sloped, like a roof, and tucked beneath it is a small desk and terminal. This is next door, though I think she's in a hole right now. She said she wants to make sure the warheads are locked down tight. Nikita observes your nervous response. I mean, they are. Obviously. She gives you a look. Nikita slips away and you look around the room. You go over to the porthole and place a hand on the wall and feel Amber purr. You think you are going to like it here. You stay like that for a while, looking out of the porthole, one hand on the wall, feeling the ship. It is through that porthole that you will watch the eye getting smaller and smaller, drowning in the black. At some point, it will become so small that you could hold it between your thumb and index finger. And then it will wink out, and you won't be able to see it anymore. And it is at that moment that you finally exhale and collapse onto your bunk. In moments, you will be asleep, and when you wake up, it will be among friends, on your way to somewhere new. Starward Passage. Set off to the starboard belt with a friend, outrunning your past, I think? I don't know. It went away too quickly. Almost everyone in this game is hot. Even Ethan was hot, and I hated Ethan. But yeah, that, like, of all of the endings that I've come across so far, and granted there was probably another ending with the DLC or whatever, I'll see it in my own time. But of all the endings I came across, that was the first one where I was like, yeah, I'm happy with this. Like, I have the same worries that I had with, like, the Lemon Mina ending, where I'm like, am I gonna just die now because I have no access to stabilizer anymore? But, like, I have a bunch of scrap and 2 stabilizer. Like, I'm hoping I'll be okay, and hopefully I can, like, find scrap in the stations that we get to, or I can, like, get some stabilizer on the black market or something. Like, I'm not, it isn't like the Lemon Mina one where I'm just, like, out in the black away from all civilization and there's no chance I'll ever get stabilizer ever, right? But, like, this might also be a death sentence for me, but this was, like, I liked this ending. This ending spoke to me.